Thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Mary was talking to our grandson Connolly about all the wildlife we'd photographed along the riverbank here. She wondered if we should make a video with all of the critters in there. Connolly said that would be a great idea and he'd really like to see it. Well, here it is. I've never seen a mink before. I went there every day for 2 weeks to photograph this guy and shoot video. He forgot all about me after a while and just would pretend I wasn't even there, didn't see me, whatever. Made a lot of great photographs and videos of him. He's a tremendous fisherman. Never seen him come up empty. Comes out of his house, runs down in the creek there and grabs a fish, goes up and eats it. Does it over and over again. He's putting on quite a show for me there, from the downstairs to the upstairs and everywhere. I was really struck on this guy. I had so much fun doing it. I would wait for hours for him to come out, and then he would come out, do a little performance, and then he'd be gone again, and I'd be back the next day. Then I went away for a couple days, and when I came back, he came out and saw me, and he was frightened again and took off. But I swear he was really used to me for quite a while. He seems to have lots of little biters or ticks or something on him. He's scratching all the time. There's his basement, and upstairs, and he can just run in the creek and grab some fish. He never comes up empty. There's so many fish down there, it's really nice. He's got several different entrances to the water. He's a tremendous fisherman. He never gets bored with it, that's for sure. Here he comes out again. I'd never seen a mink. I'd heard about them, and then I saw them in 2 different places. This nest is growing over now. I think he's moved on to another location, maybe with some babies. I'm not sure. I'd love to see a family of them out. There's the fish. Look at the fish are just shoulder to shoulder. It's no wonder he has lots to eat there. There he's back again. Love the little guy. I think they just bite your face right off, though. I hear they eat chipmunks and squirrels and things too. One of the ladies told me she saw one of them running down the trail with a chipmunk in his mouth. There's a chipmunk. Now there's a bunch of people that walk this trail, and they put out seeds and pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds and all kind of nuts for these little critters. Mary's shooting a little video with the GoPro there, and I got a pose of that fella. Really enjoy this. Have so much fun. We spent so many hours walking up and down this trail. Usually we'd be off touring somewhere in Canada or United States, but we've been staying around home now, and I've had tremendous results here. This is like 40 minutes from my front door, and I can camp out there for a day or 2. It's just wonderful. You can see all the seeds that are put out there for them. They really have fun. They're very tame, but if you have the dog with you, they kind of stay back a little wee bit. They're a different kind of red squirrel. On a nice, soft, gentle, rainy day, the flowers are just phenomenal here. It's just great to get the daisies, and I don't know what flower that is, but they're just beautiful. The bracket fungus there, unbelievable. There's a little bit of everything here. I mean, I've had so much variety. There's some mushrooms very close to the trail. Sort of a moth here, a white moth. I don't know what type it is, the gold stripe on his back. It's interesting anyway. People put up these little bird houses, so there's food for the birds and places for them to live. Wow. The catbird, a cardinal. Another shot on the cardinal. Wow. It's nice when the sun shines right into their eye. Here's a blue jay. Ruby-breasted grosbeak. A grackle. A lot of people don't like this particular bird. I'm not sure why. They have a nice color when the sun shines on them, very iridescent. But people just don't like them. They say you should shoot them with a BB gun, not a camera. The yellow warbler, beautiful bird. a little chickadee landing right on somebody's hand. This bird is just beautiful. I'd like to see more of those. I don't see enough of them. There's the nuthatch. Beautiful. Here I am photographing the Baltimore Oriole way, way up in the tree. There he is right there. These are hard to find. And he dances and hides behind the branches there, so you have trouble focusing on him. But I got some shots. Pretty reasonable photographs of him here. Now he's flying away. That's where he lives, way up there. This is the killdeer walking around in the water. It's a very interesting bird. Happy that I got to see some of them. This was a great day for ducks. I remember my folks used to always say, well, it's a great day if you're a duck, when it was raining. But a little rain like that doesn't wet you through, and it doesn't make you cold on a warm day. It's not bad at all. Some of the Canada geese flying by. Look at that. Here's a family of them there with 3 little ones. Beautiful ferns. Here's some of the water bugs. Now I imagine the fish eat these water bugs, and then the mink and the other animals eat the fish. So that's the food chain. The water is nice and clear here going over the rocks. It's a beautiful place. I can spend hours here. Look at this big turtle just cruising down there. He was just floating by. It was a cold day, and I think he was sleepy. This one, I believe, is laying eggs here. I didn't see it actually laying eggs. It didn't move a muscle while I was there. Look at this fella. Look how camouflaged he is. He hides right in there. You can barely see him. I love them. I think they're just amazing. Like prehistoric almost kind of animal. Just love it. It's a big frog. He's making the noise. You can see his throat going bigger and smaller, and they chirp and make a funny noise. It's just beautiful to see. Look at that. He's really pumped up there. There's his lunch beside him. Green frog. I love it. I just can't get enough of these guys. There was talk about how the depleted ozone layer was letting too much UV through and it was killing them, but they seem to be making a comeback. Maybe we're going to be all right anyway. Look at the eyes on him. This fella here, man, I love watching this beaver swim up and down here. He's put on quite a show for me over weeks. Sometimes it's very dark and the exposures, your ISO is so high that you get chunky grain, but sometimes it's not so bad. Here he's swimming straight for me. You can see his beaver tail. He went out so that he could show me how he eats the trees there. Here he's swimming down the river again, and I'll be running along, staying on the grass, trying not to make too much noise so I can get ahead of him and get a shot of him coming past me again. When it was sunset, I got some amazing shots. I was so happy when the sun was setting across the water. Look at there, wow, he's gone. Splash, and he's gone. There's where he lives, heading back into his house. Just lovely. There, racing the sun. Look at that, he's crossing the sunset. So beautiful. There's so much habitat along the riverbank here. There's some of the mud that the beavers put up there. Going along here, you can see a little animal running along there. You can see all the little nooks and crannies where they can live. This, I believe, is a muskrat. And he's kind of cute. Look at this one here. Wow. I'm so impressed with the wildlife we've been able to see and videotape and photograph. Here's a little muskrat, I think, running along the riverbank. Looks like he eats the branches and twigs and stuff just like the beavers do. This is a muskrat, I think. He's dragging along some leaves to his nest. You can see the little tail swimming behind him. I think that he's actually using that to propel himself along too. So many different animals and so much fun to see. See the pointy tail on that fella there. Now we're looking at the dam. they built this dam. In the space of a couple weeks, they raised the water like 1.5 feet here. It's unbelievable, and the amount of work that they put in bringing all these branches and putting them across there. It's remarkable. You can see the level. You can see that it's like 1 foot or so higher. There's a little guy right on the riverbank underneath the green. That must be his house right in there. Then we got these dragonflies. They were amazing. It was just wonderful to see them. They were putting on quite a show. These guys are really tiny, but very colorful. Look at the wings on there. I'm really happy with being able to see them. Here he is taking off, flying in the air. Wow. Bird up in the trees. This is a red-eyed Vero. There you can see her on the nest. Hardly comes out of the nest at all to get a good shot. We stayed here. It's sunset now, and then I photographed some star trails. In the morning, the waterfall is so beautiful. This heron is out there every day just working his tail off. He's looking for fish all the time. Never gets tired of fishing. Here he comes. Watch this. Man. Oh, I think he came up empty that time. Maybe just got a little drained. Now he's got a fish. Look at there, right? Wow. Beautiful to see. The circle of life. There he is right on top of the dam. What a bird. Look at this. He's a real killer, though. Consummate fisherman. Very patient. It's the same way I have to be when I'm photographing these guys. It takes tremendous patience to just stay there and wait and wait and wait. And you wait for hours, and everything takes place in a second or two, and you want to be right on the money to get the shots, or you just don't get them. Look at there. Wow. Some farm animals here. They were making an awful racket. Little bunny rabbit here. Rain dropping down on the leaves. Just so peaceful and beautiful. This guy was sleeping up in the tree. I was so amazed. Thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like and subscribe. Come on back again real soon.